I was raised in Bel Air. We grew up in an old house that didn't have room enough for everybody there. I'm not a politician. I never had political aspirations. I got in this because I asked my congressman, Andy Harris, for help. It took me months to meet him. When I did, I said, my small business gives me the flexibility that I need to care for my dying mother and to provide for my son as a single mom. I told him that the only reason I can own my business is because the Affordable Care Act allowed me to finally buy private health insurance. Prior to the ACA, I couldn't buy it, basically because I'm a woman who had a complicated pregnancy. So I asked him, will you vote against any legislation which allows for gender rate hikes? And he looked at me, and he looked at my son, and he said, I don't think most people would mind if women paid a little more for health insurance. For the first time in almost 50 years, Maryland doesn't have a woman in its congressional delegation. Women of Congress protecting women's health is the only reason that those items stayed in the ACA during negotiations. When our members of Congress are insulated from the impacts of their policies, it should be no surprise that the problems of working and middle-class Americans are not being addressed. It's time to show representatives like Andy Harris that we mind. We mind when the cards are stacked against us in favor of the privileged and the wealthy. We mind when politicians give corporate handouts on the backs of working Americans. We mind when our representatives forget who they work for. It's us.